Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
The thing is, I knew you were going to sing that. I was like, I know what he's going to say, and it's going to be the song.
I love that song.
Yeah.
I truly, truly love that song. But
You have to send it to me.
oh yeah, for sure. We are here again. We got some shades because you know why? It's sunny.
Because the sun's out,
Yes,
and the
sir.
British people get their clothes off and get the sunglasses out
Bruh.
as soon as the sun comes out.
Man, when was it? The other week when it just started getting warm, it was like 15, 14 degrees.
Yeah,
I was already seeing people topless.
I know.
And I was like, bro, like,
And then as soon as the sun went down,
hypothermia.
I mean, that was me, to be fair. I can't even lie, I was shivering. I didn't bring a jacket.
Yeah, no, you always got to take
Yeah,
a little light long sleeve.
But I
you
feel
know
like
what I'm saying?
you know that as British people, but at the start of every summer, we always
You don't
forget.
heed that. Yeah, I get it. I get it. You get
Then a
you
few
get a big
weeks in,
gas.
we're like, no, I'm bringing a jacket
Yeah.
everywhere I go.
You know when years ago we went to was it that bridge? Like the bear of us.
Went to oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Tower Bridge.
Tower Bridge.
Yes.
That we need to do that again.
Okay.
Because that was I didn't have much of a point
So
for
you're
it.
gonna
I
get
just-
everyone to meet us at Tower Bridge.
that would be tough. I ain't gonna lie. People, we should do that.
A summer day in
Because that
Tower
was a
Bridge.
hell of a
We
day.
just need a good speaker
Yes.
because we don't. Have
But that was a hell of a day. We walked a lot though. Because we walked back from there all the way back to your old place. And I can't lie, my ankles. Remember I was saying
It's
my
alright,
feet.
you got fit knees now.
Not yet. Not yet.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's close.
I see you in the gym. It's coming.
Hey,
it's coming.
hey, the
Kevin's
return.
on a treadmill. I saw it.
I've been running still. I've been
I saw
running.
it, I see
It feels good to run again. But before we start, how was your week?
It's all right. I feel like my time's going down a bit now.
It is.
We're leveling out again.
Yeah.
Just a little bit though. I feel like I've still got it for a little bit longer,
Let me
but
see properly.
yeah, not in the red glasses.
Now you
Yeah,
It's still there,
I feel like
yeah.
I'm happy that it's like I can get my legs out.
Yeah, I hear
Because
that.
otherwise no one would have seen. So I'll just keep that.
They wouldn't have known it's a full body
Yeah,
turn. You know
yeah.
what I'm
And look,
saying?
I'm here. Wearing my Koya Foundation t-shirt.
Koyak Foundation.
If you watch the Philippines episode, you're going to know it's my friend's foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Support the thing.
Do it.
It's a nice t-shirt too. I like yellow. And it
It looks
matches my
tough.
pillows.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah,
But we are here with a new topic as always.
we are
What we talk about?
growing into our parents.
That is a reality that I feel like a lot of people don't want to embrace.
And it takes a long time to figure out it's happening.
Yes. Yes.
A long time.
And the funny thing is I found myself being more conscious of it in relationship especially. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, did my dad do that back then with my mom?
I didn't even think of
Did
it
he
like
act like
that.
that? Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, boy. I don't want to get too open with it, but let's see what Google says about it anyway. So, Google says,
Yeah.
I asked, do we subconsciously turn into our parents?
Yeah.
They say the inescapable fact is that we model our behavior on those who are closest to us.
Inescapable.
Yeah, that means you can't avoid it.
That's a statement.
I am inevitable, as Thanos says. And in whom we hold the greatest amount of trust.
Yeah.
And the figures who are most present in our lives are most often our parents. So it's only natural that we model our behavior after them.
Mm-hmm.
They're quite literally our role models.
Yeah.
So obviously we understand that everybody has the luxury of having their parents in
Yeah,
their
yeah,
life.
yeah.
So
Whoever they're
Yeah,
close
so-
with or
exactly.
like live with.
It could be your cousin, your auntie, your grandma, your granddad,
Yeah.
whomever.
Do you know what's so funny though? As soon as I read that statement about like being your parents,
Yeah.
all I can think about is like my mum's organization skills. That's it. Like my mum's the person
Yeah.
that every maybe 2 or 3 months she'll change the whole kitchen around.
Really?
Yeah, like all the cupboards change, the
What do you
plates
mean
go in
change?
it. As in like she takes everything out of the cupboards and puts them in different cupboards. So
Oh
it gives it
my
a rerun
God.
and it's like a new place. So like the toaster will now be over there.
Yeah.
The kettle will now be over there. Everything's in different cupboards.
So when you go home, you have to find everything.
Yeah, so
again.
when I
Yeah.
re-go, yeah. But it's all organized, like it's all labeled.
Yeah.
Like she puts things in stuff that's labeled and like everything's where it's supposed to be. So now in my house, I
do similar.
don't change things
I
around
was
because
about
I
to
don't
say.
live alone. But I feel like if I lived alone, I would. But I know where everything has a place.
Of course, yeah.
And I put it there.
Yeah.
Like knowing that when I was younger, I had to put it there too.
Right. Because if it don't go there,
Where's it gonna go?
yeah,
Everything has a home, which a lot of people don't know. Everything
true.
has a home.
it's true.
And then I have other friends who obviously never lived with my mum,
Yeah.
so they don't have that. But for me, I'm like, why not? Why don't you put it there?
But that's because they don't have that same.
Yeah, they didn't get the same thing.
You know what I'm
But like,
saying?
I would never know that. Like,
Yeah.
say maybe a few years ago, I would just get annoyed that you've left it there
Right.
because I'm like, why have you left? Why have you
But
left it
you're
there?
not taking into account that that's
They-
just not.
that's just
That's not in their family.
Yeah, to put it back. If you take it, put it back. That's what I learned. If you take it, put it back.
Yeah,
Use it,
yeah,
put
yeah.
it back. But some people use it and put it down,
I hate that.
not put it
I
back.
remember I was at Vaughn's house
Yeah.
years ago. I'm talking years and years.
Yeah.
And like I was looking at his PlayStation games.
Yeah. Oh,
And I think he had it like in a crate,
yeah.
but it was in order. Like I don't know, GTA games go here, Call
Yeah,
of Duty
yeah.
goes there, FIFA, etc. And I remember I was looking, and then I put it back where it was, and then
Yeah.
he said, "Oh, thank you,"
Because other people
because
don't
other
put
people
it
don't
back.
do that. And I was like, "No, I get it," because
Yeah, yeah.
even my games at
Why
home
am
are
I
the same.
surprised that Vaughan had them in order?
That's dread.
I don't know why I feel like Vaughan wouldn't have them in order. In my head, Vaughan just got them
Nah, that's dread.
just lying down on the
I'm
floor.
gonna clip that and send it
Yeah,
to him.
he's gonna be upset. But yeah, I'm the same. Like
Yeah.
if something's in my room, I have friends that come to my house and
Yeah.
they know who they are. One could be somewhere near, but they know who they are, and they just put stuff.
They move
Just-
stuff for the
just
sake of
put
moving.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, I'm hearing
That-
giggling.
that-
There's someone in the back.
I'm like that weren't there, that weren't there, or they leave, and I'm like, what's that? What's that? I put my room back together, back the way it was, and then it's fine. But you know what? That's what I mean. Like years ago,
Yeah.
it would have annoyed me more than it does now because
Yeah.
you get to the point where you're like, that's just not how everyone is. Like you can't
Yeah,
expect
yeah.
everyone to be you.
Of course.
So like now I just go around cleaning it, having a huff and a puff, but it's fine.
Huff and a puff. Oh my
Just
god.
afterwards, I'm like,
Having a huff and a puff. That sounds
Yeah.
so old.
I mean, I am old. We're not gonna live that again.
It's true.
But yeah, I think that's the thing I thought about the most when we read the statement. I was
Yeah.
like, that I am my mum when it comes to things like
Right, is that the only thing you feel like you've inherited? Because I remember an old friend, I don't really talk to them much anymore, but her dad wasn't so involved in her life. I think she'd only met him a few times, to be
Yeah.
honest. And then he happened to be at an event. It was her event,
Yeah.
a monumentous event in her life.
Yeah.
And I was invited, and her dad obviously came along.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because their mannerisms were identical. The way they stood,
Yeah.
she stood how he stood. Our movements were exactly the same, but they didn't really have much interaction in life in general. And I was like, raw,
Yeah,
do
that's
you
weird.
just inherit that? And I started looking at my dad when I meet him. I'm like, do I stand like you?
Look, you and your dad,
We look
You're
alike.
the same. You're the same. We ain't gonna play that one. You're the same. I feel like we should insert a clip of Kevin's dad.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Just trying to help people out, you know.
You made up some nonsense lie about my dad. as
Me?
well. Remember, you said he worked at the school as
Nah,
a
do you know
janitor
what?
or something, a caretaker.
But it helped my like, I don't want to say fantasies because that's weird. Right, so I'm gonna say it because I'm gonna have to say it. Kevin's dad's good looking. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say it. And he was always at the school getting Kevin. So in my head,
He
if
wasn't.
He was. How did I see him then?
He came to the school a few times,
No,
but he wasn't.
It was more
my
than a
mum
few.
picked me up.
No, Kevin, it was more. It was more
Bro,
than a few.
ask Paige, yeah?
It was more than.
Ask
I'm not
Paige,
gonna
because
ask
me and
Paige.
Paige would
It
walk
was
home
more-
together.
It was more than a few.
This is disgusting.
Because how would I have
You
seen
were 10
him?
years old.
How? So what? So what? How could I have seen him?
Because
he
he picked
wasn't
me up a
there-
few times.
If he wasn't there, how did I see him?
Listen, you made up a lie that he worked at the school.
I didn't make it up.
Yes, you did. He never worked at the school,
In
bro.
my head,
He's never been a
he was-
caretaker in his damn
He
life.
was there the whole time. Anyway, Kevin and his dad are the same, so it's fine.
All right, dog.
But you know what though?
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I a similarity with that and me, because I'm more like my dad when it comes to like how we stand
Yeah.
and stuff like that than I am my mum.
And you've been around your mum
And I
more,
grew up with my
way
mum,
more than you
way
were.
more.
Yeah.
But I see that with my dad. But
What the
also,
hell?
I don't know if that's just because I'm as long as my dad and we have to stand like that to be comfortable. I'm not, my
But
mum's
how do you
shorter.
stand? Like
Yeah, just
slightly to the side.
yeah. My dad just. My dad,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
dad don't stand up straight, really.
but your dad a
'cause
yard man, so
it's-
him lean up.
Yeah, he just leans on everything.
Yeah, lean
it's
up.
effort, yeah. So he just, so I'm like, maybe it's to do with that.
Yeah.
Because it's heavy otherwise if you're like holding yourself up constantly.
You sound like you're overweight or something, bro.
It's easier to slouch. As a tall person, it's easier to slouch.
Fair enough. I'm not tall, so I can't
Yeah,
relate.
you wouldn't know. It's fine.
With the same height.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, do we subconsciously turn into our parents? I feel like I've inherited some things, but the things I think about them. So I avidly like the negative stuff. I don't wanna. I'm not gonna go into detail what they are because my mum does actually listen to the pod sometimes. So
Dun, dun, dun.
do.
So does mine. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, but some of the negative things I've realized from their relationship, for example.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Same.
Yeah, I noticed. Obviously, things growing up, no matter how young you are, you know when things are bad and when things are good. As I got older, I realized what was bad, so I tried to make a conscious effort to not do those things. But then sometimes you end up doing some of those things, and it could just be something like, I don't know, you'll say something and I will respond in a way that I probably could have responded a bit better.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily mean I'm being rude. My tone could have been slightly nicer. I could just be like, nah. But then you'll think I'm being annoyed at you or something like that. But
Yeah.
that's not me. I'm not annoyed. That's just how I responded.
said nah.
Or how a lot of you like to say I have a resting bee face. Which
You're
my
never gonna
dad,
get over that, are you?
but my dad naturally, he doesn't, but I don't know. We don't smile naturally, just,
No, you don't, do
Yeah.
you?
we're just, but our face just happens to look like that. And it's not because we're angry.
I just look like that. Leave me alone.
We just look like that.
Yeah.
So I do feel like I've inherited a lot of things, but the negative stuff, I've tried to make a conscious effort to not evolve into. And it's good. If you know that sort of stuff, then you will not essentially grow into your parents or the negative side of your parents. But it's important to know it. If you don't know it, you just think it's a normal behavior, you're going to turn into them.
I think as well, the more you try and like, it's hard because the more you try and deflect from the negative, sometimes I feel like
It pushes you in that
too
direction.
I'm like,
Right.
maybe I'm going too far against what she did. I'm like,
Was she a bad
was
person?
she a bad person? What's going on? And then I'm
But
like,
it's good though,
yeah,
because that makes you human. It's like,
I like
human.
that, human.
Ape strong
But also,
together.
we talk about that way too much.
I love that.
It's also funny because I feel like my parents are so different.
Yeah,
Like
very different.
my
Yeah.
my mum and dad are so different. So I feel like the things that are like negative and positive from both of them are so different. Because even I think about the negatives from them being together, I'm like, they're still different. Like they're still so like,
So what do I not
what
do?
do I not do? Yeah, because I'm like, do I follow him? Do I follow her? I don't know at this point.
Yeah.
And they're not even in the same country.
Yeah.
So like, it's just too complicated.
It is.
I'm like, who do I follow? What do I do?
That's
What do I do?
that's a good part of being human because
You keep saying that.
it forces you to grow into your own person.
Yeah. Oh my God, do you know what I saw on the bus the other day?
Mm.
There was a family on the bus. So one thing I did think about was how like turning into parents, people who have children young, their children then have children young.
Oh
That
yes,
cycle,
yes,
right?
yes.
It doesn't happen like, it's not everyone, but it happens a lot.
A lot.
And I was on the bus and there was this family on the bus. So in my world, there was a woman who looked like an adult, like a normal adult. She could have been maybe like 40, 50.
Yeah,
Then there was like a girl, a boy, and a baby.
yeah.
I was like, all right. It's just a family on the bus. Until the little girl, like the child,
Yeah.
turned around to the girl and said, "Mum."
Oh boy.
I said, "Wait." And then turned to the adult and said, "Grandma."
Ay.
Hmm.
Ay.
I've never watched The Family so hard. Like, I like to people watch. If I do end up just staring at you, it's just because I'm interested. But like, I was watching this family on the bus. I felt bad for them because I was watching them.
Yeah.
But I was just like,
How many did you say there were? There was the eldest,
yeah, there
the
was a
slightly
boy and a
younger
girl,
one, and
then
yeah.
like a
Oh, yeah.
child. But I was
Damn.
thinking, that woman don't look old enough to be a grandma, first of all.
Right.
So she clearly had them young.
At like 16-ish,
Yeah.
18-ish.
And then they done the same thing. And I was like, is that just going to keep going?
Yeah, usually it is because it's like, if, let's say the woman had a child, or the couple had a child early,
Yeah.
let's say it's a girl.
Mm.
Then the girl, when she becomes, I don't know, 13, 14, 15, 16, right? She gets into a relationship with, obviously, another guy, right?
Yeah.
She gets pregnant. I would assume most of the time the guy's family will be like, nah, you're both way
Yeah.
too young. But
The mum.
the mum's
She can't
side
say
is because
nothing.
it's normal and it's like, to them, no, there's nothing wrong.
Yeah. They're going to carry
They're
on.
going to carry on and it's going to like, it's just going to keep setting the tone.
Do you know what's so funny though? Those are the people that will turn around and say, I'm not like my mum.
Boy. Boy.
And I'll be like,
But the mad thing is as well, like, having a child, so I know this is kind of turned into a different topic
nah,
at the
it's
same time.
still family.
But having a child so young, because you're growing up yourself, and a child is seeing you grow up, they're seeing so
You
many
don't- yeah.
negatives. Don't get me wrong, everybody is negative, does negative things their whole
Everyone
life.
needs to
Yeah.
make their mistakes on
Right,
their own.
for sure.
first.
But the mistakes and negatives you make as a younger usually should be a lot worse than what you make as an older.
You say that now. For some people, that
Yeah,
is
no,
true.
it gets worse.
Gets-
Yeah, you lot just plummet.
The
But-
situations get difficult.
Yeah. But, like, could you imagine seeing your 16-year-old mum and dad growing up? You're seeing them go through teenage drama
Drama
and you're taking that in as normal,
as adult drama.
as adult drama.
Yeah.
And then you get older, you start taking
But then I
all
also
that.
think that's funny because then that's still like becoming your parents mentally
Mm.
rather than talking about the pregnancy. Like you're still then becoming
Yeah.
your parent.
But you not subconsciously, you're taking in these things as normal, where you're not seeing a mature version. Everybody's immature in the house. Come on, bro.
Not the household of immaturity.
Bro, that's mad. I'm
That's scary.
not dumping on you young parents, by the way. It's just, yeah, boy.
No, that's
You're
scary.
all growing at the same time. That is scary.
I don't want to be in that situation.
No,
I'm
I mean
too
it's
old.
possible
Yes.
now.
Yes. I also get happy because I made it past the age my mum had me,
What was that?
26.
That's a good age, though.
That's a good age. I still
Yeah.
passed it.
Yeah, fair.
Wait, what age did your mum have you?
I'm the youngest, so I was like, she was in her like 30s.
Oh, she was already mature.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
Love
I'm the
that for
youngest
her.
of
I'm
three.
trying to be like your mum. See, look, you turned out great. Look at that. I'm gonna do that. I'm
But
gonna do-
I mean,
I
don't
would
get
do
me-
that.
my brothers are very, very good people. But
Yeah.
my eldest, obviously, she would have been much younger.
yeah.
So he's openly said that he's seen,
Yeah, true.
yeah, like her growing into a different person, blah,
Mm.
blah, blah. So, you know, what I experienced from my mother,
It's gonna be different.
different from what they experienced.
yeah.
And we have the same mother.
Yeah, because of growth and time.
Right.
Do you know what's so funny? I think about like growing into my mum, but then I also think about my friendship circles growing into their parents. Because like all my friends, so like I know their parents.
Yeah, you do.
It's so funny to see from the outside.
Yeah.
Because there's some people that I know that like I'm not like my mum.
Avidly
I'm not like
decline
my
it.
mum. And
Yeah.
I'm just there like,
I don't know, man. You looking a bit.
so yeah. So shout out to Alice, right?
Oh, she named it.
Shout out to Alice. She's gonna wait for that. So my best friend Alice, everybody, she claims she's not like her mum.
Right.
There are things that there are different.
For those of you who are listening on Spotify,
Oh, yeah.
she's interlocked her fingers to show that they are very tight knit.
Yeah.
They
And
are one in the
also-
same. Two peas in a
Yeah.
pod.
I also recently met her grandma.
Oh, okay. Oh, she put all three things together.
Like it was so funny because obviously I've known her for so long, but
Yeah.
her grandma lives in Tobago. So we obviously haven't been there till
Yeah.
recently. So I went there. I walked in the door and I was like, she didn't even speak. She didn't even speak. And I was like,
It's you.
oh my God, it's your mother. It's your mother. It's
Oh,
your
it's like spitting
grandmother.
image.
It's you. It's all of them. All of them are there. And I was like, whoa. Like I said to her, I am mind blown right now. Because I don't think I've met anyone else's grandparents,
Right.
friends wise.
Yeah.
No.
I think you
And
met
I
my
don't
grandma
have-
one time, you know?
Maybe
Years
I was
ago.
too young.
No, this was it was sixth form. We were in
that
Wembley
was a
one
long
time.
ago,
Yeah,
Kevin.
definitely was.
Like I don't remember
But
that.
I think
now.
we bumped into her Primark or something in Wembley. We came out. She was at the bus stop.
Lol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like because I don't like the idea of grandparents blows my mind because I don't have grandparents.
Oh.
So the idea
boy.
of like having grandparents is like
Right,
who are these
okay.
old people? Who are these old people just following you around? That's weird.
I feel bad for you. I'm not gonna lie. You missed out.
Like, yeah, and I see like my dad's mum is still alive.
Yeah.
But
You don't get to see her like that.
and I only met her for the first time just before COVID.
Oh,
Like
damn.
so, like really and truly, I don't have enough to say.
That was like what 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah.
Like that's very recent, and I'm just looking at her like
I don't know you. No, it's true.
it's
and
like anyone now.
yeah.
Like I recently met a brother. I don't know you. I don't know you. What do you want me to do? So anyway, I never met like any other friends' grandparents to see that similarity. Then when I saw her, I was like, wow. And then I understand her more
yeah.
because I see how it's come down.
It just
And
flows
how
down the hill. Yeah.
they got the same like obviously it's developed slightly and things change because of they're in different environments,
Yeah.
but the way they think, the way they talk, the way they walk, the way they talk to each other,
Identical.
I was like, and I kept telling her, we were there for 2 weeks, I kept telling her, I was like, that's your mum. Everything her grandma did,
And
I was
that's
like,
you.
that's your mum.
And that's you.
But all three of them
Yeah.
are strongly believing they're
It's
not the
not.
same. The three people that I can surely say are the same
Nah.
are the three
Do you know-
people that say they are not. How does that make sense?
Nah, that's kind of scary. Looking at a reflection of yourself and saying that's not me. Is,
Yeah. And I think it's weird because I can't look at myself and say that because I don't have
Yeah.
more to look at.
Right.
But seeing it on her, it's wild. Like, and then jeez, it blows my mind now. I'm like, that's crazy. You have an old person that's the same as you.
Oh my. So you saying she old?
Her grandma's old, yeah. What do you mean she's a grandma?
She's just an old soul. That's all it is.
Yeah,
man.
she's an old soul. I'm an old soul. We're old souls somewhere. But
yeah,
like,
boy, look at me. I'm old as hell.
imagine I had an old person that was like me. That's crazy.
I mean, you drink like you.
Drink like what?
Like you a veteran in the game, but you've been drinking like that. So you clearly
Yeah,
inherited
yeah.
some old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's from both sides.
True.
I have two very, very good drinking parents.
Yeah.
I must say. No alcoholics, just very skilled. That's it. That's what I got it from. I ain't gonna say no more of that.
So
Yeah.
I can imagine seeing it in real time.
And that's
3
why I think
generations
it's-
worth as well,
yes. And I've never seen that on anybody.
Yeah.
Like, especially for someone I know so well.
Yeah.
Like, I might have seen other people's grandparents, but I don't know them enough.
Of course. Yeah.
But to
But you
see
have
that,
a relationship with Alice and mum and well now grandma. So
it's great. I'm looking at over here, and it just also blows my mind that they disagree so much. They're like, I'm not like my daughter. That's what grandma says.
and then mum is saying I'm not like my
I'm
daughter.
not, and she's like, I'm not like my daughter or my mum. I wish I could sit them all down
I
together
have a therapy session.
and be like, look, guys,
Bring them on the pod.
you're all the same. There are differences, I'll give you that. But you are all the same. They're all different
Nice.
star signs too, which is interesting.
So does that mean star signs are bogus?
Nah. I would say they're bogus. But wait.
I'm just saying.
Okay,
like,
wait. Okay. What star sign's your dad?
Same as you, right? You both have the same birthday.
Did I know that?
Yes.
I've got a bad memory, Kevin. We're just gonna
And
keep
what are
going
you
on that
again?
one. A Scorpio.
That's what it was.
That's why you're cool too. Right. So, no, that kind of defeats my story.
What were you gonna say?
Don't really know. My my mum's a Gemini.
Right. Oh shit. That is kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie. I don't believe in star signs like that, but that is kind of wild. That
For
is
anyone who hasn't clocked on to what we're talking about, Kevin's a Gemini.
Yeah.
I'm a Scorpio. His dad's a Scorpio, and my mum's a Gemini.
that is
Ding,
actually.
ding, 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 ding. It took all that to get to that. But I feel like, you know, when they're like, oh, okay, people with the same star sign have the same kind of personality traits.
Yeah.
But then, I guess that does kind of ruin it a little bit if you're subconsciously just becoming your parent. Because some of your personality, you are not a spoken word thing. Some of those things then just go out the window and turn into like traits like that.
Oh, look at you lot are seeing live her conflicted about star signs. She will get rid of that damn necklace that she wears now and look at it differently.
No. But there are differences.
Yes.
Because I feel like, but then
Is your mum a May Gemini or a June Gemini?
June.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, yes.
Yeah, you didn't mean nothing, did you? He was like, let me just ask.
Yeah, it did.
Are there traits that you have that you don't like?
From my parents?
Yeah.
I don't want to say.
Same.
I would, but that's what I was saying earlier. Like there are things that are taken that I can't.
Yeah, I got one
Yeah.
I can say. I obviously, so my parents were together when I was really young, and then they got divorced. So from then, I saw my mum do everything for herself. Which again leads back to what we spoke about before.
Oh,
is
you do everything
hyper-independence.
yourself. Yes.
So
Yes,
I'd say
yes.
that's a trait that
You hate. Not hate.
I
but
wouldn't say I hate it. I kind of like it.
You wish you were more open to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just grew into her in that sense
Yeah.
of her just doing everything.
Yeah.
So that would be hers. And my dad's is
That one's not too bad though.
It's not
Because
too
at least
bad.
it gave you the ability
Yeah.
to be the strong, independent woman.
yeah,
So-
which isn't always fun.
But I get what you mean about it. It would be
Yeah.
nice to want to embrace some help though.
I don't know if there's anything else that was like that I didn't like. Maybe I ain't found it yet.
That's a good point. You might have to be in like a long-term committed relationship or something
Yeah.
for it
To be
for
like,
that
"Ah,
to come out.
shit."
Yeah, like, damn,
It
happened.
There it is. Damn.
it
Yeah,
happened.
no. And then my dad, I'd say he's quite chilled.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that, like, I feel like it's one of my, one of my things growing up and being at school and stuff, my mum used to say it to me constantly, but I will just do as much as I have to, not further. Do you know what I mean?
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So, like,
you kind of
if somebody, if somebody gave me a target and they were like, okay, do this, but there's more to it. Like, you could do more.
Yeah, you don't want to go above and
Nah,
beyond.
you gave me that time. I ain't going to fight. What do you mean?
That actually might be something.
What do you mean?
I think that one's just me still.
Do you know what's even funny? I did it today as well. And I know I did it today because I did this in my head not too long ago.
Yeah.
So I just did a gym class, right?
Yeah.
And I probably shouldn't say this when, Fitness by Dre's listening. But anyway,
well.
we have like a parachute mode on the treadmill, right?
Right.
And they say, oh, like, you've got maybe like 2 minutes to do 200 meters, 250 meters, or 300 meters, which is beginner, intermediate, advanced. You gave me 200. I'm going 200. You didn't tell me I couldn't.
Oh, my days.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not something that, like, I want to do.
Yeah.
But by the time I get to 200, I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I can
But
stop now.
is that because you're not a big sports fitness fanatic like that?
That's just my brain.
What about if it was dance?
Yeah, I'm doing what they tell me to do. I'm not doing it anymore. And that was also one of my problems. Because I would only ever do what the target was.
Damn.
Like, I would never, ever go further than that just because I could. For what? You didn't tell me to do that.
Yeah.
That's my dad.
Yeah.
Like, my dad will have the target and be like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, I'm done it.
Yeah, done. I'm like, okay, but you could have done this. Nah, you didn't tell me to do that.
Thing done.
And I know that's him. Like, I know that's him.
Okay.
Like, my dad never went to school, innit?
Yeah.
So he can't read and write.
Yeah.
He still can't.
Exposing the man.
He can't, no, but in Jamaica, growing up, like,
No, I hear it, though.
Maybe one of the siblings went to school,
I hear it.
someone who was
It's
already
usually like the youngest or something.
The other ones can do whatever they want to do for the rest of the day, and my dad was one of them. But he knew that he could count money, so he carried on doing that. He didn't learn to read because he could. Do you see what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
He knew he could read, like, count money, so he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that."
I do get it. That happens to a lot of people in that side of the world, especially.
And that came here.
So, no,
So
fair
that's
enough.
probably something I don't like.
If I can just get to the goal, that's it. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, sometimes I'm like, do I want to say this or not? If it's like, if you give me further,
Yeah.
I'm more likely to go there because I don't know what's before it.
Right. If they just said 300 meters instead of the 200,
I would have done my best to get to 300
because you gave me the option of 200, I'm going to do 200. And then I'm going to feel tired at 200.
Because I know subconsciously that's a target. That's one of them. And the same thing at school. Like, they would be like, oh, yeah, do this worksheet.
Yeah.
There's 7 more worksheets, but do this one.
That's the one.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I
sit there and talk. Then I get in trouble because I'm now talking. I'll be like, yeah, but I done the worksheet. Yeah, but you could have done the next page.
Yeah.
But why? You didn't tell me to.
Boy. See, I can't lie. For me, that's just my trait in general. But me, if I don't enjoy the like what it is that we're doing, I'm not going to go above and beyond.
Yeah.
Like, if it's a school thing, like I've been open about, I coasted in school completely. Like, I did not care about.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy it. I didn't even finish uni because I don't enjoy it. Yeah. But if it was like basketball, for example, and you gave me a goal to do, I don't know, I have to make 10 shots.
Yeah.
But we're taking 20, but I have to make 10. Yeah. I'm still gonna try and make 20. You know what I'm saying? That's my goal.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy it. And
mine has to be something extremely specific for me to have to do that.
Yeah, you have to really enjoy it.
You have to. I have to. Because even dance, I liked dance, but like now coming to this age, I wouldn't say it was the be all and end all of my happiness. Yeah. Like, I liked it because I could do it, and I got told I could do it. Yeah. So I did it. I hear. Because really and truly, when we was at school, like, I would enjoy more dancing after school when we were just chilling there
than in the class,
than in our lesson.
For sure.
Like, no one was doing nothing. Like, it's because it was on my own accord. Yeah. As they're like, even like dancing professionally, I was just like,
yeah. No, I fully get what you mean. I 100% I get it.
So it has to be something that I'm like, yeah. But now, because I understand that,
you try.
I try a bit more on the things that I like.
That's good though.
Yeah, but only because I know that.
And that's what I was saying earlier. It's important to know what the negatives are. So
if I didn't.
What traits do you like? I think mine is similar to that in terms of my parents weren't born here. My mum was born in Mozambique. My dad was born in Brazil. Mm-hmm. Family from Mozambique moved over to Portugal because of a whole bunch of war going on in Mozambique. And my dad lived in a very poor area of Brazil, and he managed to make it out.
That's strength. I don't know if I have, you know?
That and for me, that's why I struggle with 9 to 5 work. At one point, I was doing 7 to 7 or 7 to 6. I struggle with this daily work stuff because it's trash for me. Like, my parents did so much to get out of that that for me, it just doesn't make sense that I'm in a better situation that I'm just going to settle for doing a 9 to 5. And don't get me wrong, if you're happy with it, by all means do it.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm trying to get more out of my life and blah, blah, blah. And I definitely credit that to them because without their perseverance and strength, I probably wouldn't have the same mentality of I can do better now as well. If they did better, and granted, where they came, they're not rich, but compared to where they were, way better. So it's only right that. So let's say their floor was here and then their ceiling was there.
Yeah.
Our floor is here.
Yeah.
Why not bring the ceiling higher? Right? Yeah. So then our children, their floor's there, and it just keeps climbing and climbing.
Yeah. And people have. It's funny because people have that as the opposite.
Because
they're like even people that are like born up here.
They just. But
they're just
you know what?
There because they can.
Yeah.
Whereas there are also some people that their parents are here, didn't move from here. Yeah. So we're all gonna stay here.
We're all gonna stay here
because it's easier that way. That's what we know.
But you don't realize that there's better. You can do better.
Yeah.
You just gotta try it, and you know. And that's why I love the fact that we're doing this podcast because it's giving us a chance to do better.
Yeah.
Like I get more,
and our parents love it.
Yes. But I already get more. I wouldn't say opportunities, but people give me more positive reaction when I say, "Oh yeah, I'm part of a podcast." Yeah. Oh, okay. You reckon you could try this? I don't like the other day. Someone asked me to do some digital work, drawing. I did the logo, by the way.
Yeah. I defo did nothing to do with that. Because obviously, as we know, I can't draw.
Well, she said it herself. She has.
She can't. Don't ask me to draw.
What was
nothing.
It? Aphantasia.
Aphantasia. I got another one. Maybe I have to talk about that another time. But yeah, go on.
We'll add that into another for sure. But yeah, without that, I probably wouldn't have gotten that person to ask, "Oh, can you do this for me?"
Yeah, and that's the thing. Sometimes it's even like the smallest of things.
Yeah.
Like, because even like people that I know. So I went to work the other day, and one of the trainers at the gym walked in and was like, "You popped up on my TikTok."
Ooh, what, your personal one or the podcast one?
The podcast. And I was like,
I love that.
Whoa. Like, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
it feels nice.
And it's crazy because we in the group chat are like, this TikTok isn't doing very well.
Yeah.
But then one random person
can see it.
is going to see it.
Yeah.
And then one day that's going to lead to 3 random people. Yeah. And then it's 4 and it's 5. Next thing you know.
Yeah.
And that's not saying we're going to go very viral, people. Like, we understand.
It's just about persevering upwards because we have to.
Yes. And that's definitely a trait that I love the fact that I took that from them.
Yeah.
It took me longer than it should have to embrace it because I wish we started this when we were younger.
Yeah, but I think the longer it takes, the better it is. I do. Because
why is that?
For example, if we had done this when we were younger, we wouldn't know as much as we do now.
True. And we might have stopped earlier.
Yeah. And really and truly, like, we might not believe the things we believe now. We wouldn't have gone through certain things that we have at this point to even talk on it. And I feel like it's better further down the line.
Yeah.
Because if I had done this about 7 years ago, I'd be talking trash.
The stories you lot would have heard from Sasha would have been mad. To be fair, you would have had mad stories on both.
Trash 7 years ago. Trash. So I'm happy.
She might have even been tipsy on one of the episodes.
You know what I mean? Now I've got it in me to stay sober to do this.
You're so strong.
I even did an exercise class today and it's Sunday.
I love that.
Before I came here. Like, my mentality used to be, if I have one thing planned for the day, I'm doing that one thing.
And then
I can't fit nothing else in.
Yeah.
Now I'm like,
I love
there's so many hours in the day.
That. I'm planning to go to the park after this and play some basketball.
I want to come.
You can?
I'm wearing jeans. But that's okay. I can watch. I like to watch boys play basketball. Yeah.
Wow. But our lovely producer is telling us to wrap this up.
She loves us.
Yeah, and she's sick of our voices probably.
Yeah.
That was very interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future one I could maybe get a bit more personal. We'll see.
Yeah. You'll get there eventually. Yeah. You know, they take a while to open up these boys.
But let us know if you've grown into your parents.
Yeah,
'cause
or if
that
you
would be fun to
haven't.
know. Or if you
'cause
haven't,
that would be new.
you know, give us a follow at frameofmind.pod. Subscribe, drop a comment, drop a like. We love that. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. And Saskia?
Love us or leave us.